So goggles 2 have been out for a while, but DJI just put a sale on them, so I picked a set up, and I want to do a test between these and the goggles V2 with the Vista, and test the range on patch antennas and on the stock antennas, and see the differences, because people have been claiming lots of different things. I've seen different power output levels, etc. I just want to do a side-by-side test in the same conditions and see what the results are. So here's the setup. We've got the goggles 2, we've got the V2 goggles, and first I'm going to try on the stock antennas across both, and then I'm going to swap and use these patch antennas, the TrueRC ones for the goggles 2, and I'm going to put the iFlight Crystal patch and the iFlight Omnis on the top. That's one of the most common good setups that people use. For quads, I've got 2 identical quads here. One's got GPS, but that's the only difference. This one, I've got the new Vista firmware for the goggles 2, and this one, I've got the 606 firmware for the V2 goggles. That one's got the 1200 milliwatt hack on it. This one has got the ham hack on it via the goggles 2. So both of them should be sort of max output power that you can get with those firmwares. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fly over that way, so behind those bushes there and round the back. Do the same route for both of them. I'm going to stand here facing this way, exactly the same for both tests, and then I'm going to turn around and use exact same situation on the 2 3-inch cinewhoops there. I'm going to stand this way facing into the trees and sort of go inside there and see how far we can get on both.
Where I wanna stay.
So you've seen all that. What do I think? I think basically with both of them having patches on there, they're basically the same. I was getting to the end of range at the same point, it was breaking up in pretty much the same way, and I couldn't really tell the difference between the two. One thing is that with the better screens on the goggles too, it looked a bit better, sort of in normal range. You could see maybe small details a little bit better, but marginal differences between them. With stock antennas on both of them, the V2s were definitely better, potentially because they are circular polarized left-hand antennas, whereas the stock ones on the goggles 2 are linear. So definitely get these patches. These True RC ones made a decent difference in the range on the Vista. So I think I'm going to be using these now primarily. They're much smaller and lighter, easier to pack in. When you need to like run around with them, they're much lighter on the head and don't sort of move around loads. One annoying thing is that the goggles 2 don't connect to the smart controller for video out like the V2s do. They only connect to the new RC Pro, which is kind of expensive. But I'll probably try using a Raspberry Pi and building little video out module for them, which can be quite small. So I might give that a go. But yeah, I'm going to be using these now and have these as a backup probably. In terms of comfort, which is the last thing, the V2s are still a little bit more comfortable. It's got really nice foam on here for those, they're great. The goggles 2 are fine. I've got this Newbie drone foam. I'll maybe try and find another one that's better, but that seems to be okay for what I can get here in the UK. I wish they were a little bit closer to my face, but it's fine, and you know, adjust them, especially in 4:3 mode. I can see pretty much everything. The corners of the screen are still a little bit blurred, unlike on the V2s, which are all clear. So those are pretty much my thoughts, and I hope that's helpful.